Hello and welcome back to Let's Play UnderRail Expedition with me, BringItDon. So someone had pointed out in the last episode that I had missed this door, even though I was standing right beside it while looking for a way inside of this building. And there we go. A couple of dock doors. Anything back here worth stealing? Is there anything back here worth seeing? Alright, let's talk to Estelle. A young woman, unusually wrinkly for her age, nods at your approach. A kind stare and a light, toothless grin, together with her somewhat weakly stance, as though a breeze is enough to knock her down, gives you an inverse impression, that she is an old woman that looks younger, rather than the other way around. You know that it's wrong, though, and you instead shift your focus to her light, grainy voice, which you hear after some coughing. Hello, I'm Estelle Stevenson, Gabriel's wife, and Foundry's only pharmacist. She coughs. What can I do for you? That's what you got for sale. I'll take these. Not worried about bandages. How am I doing? I'm doing fine. Alright, lovely to see you again. What can you tell me about Foundry? I'm guessing you already know about the mine and hard working conditions. From a personal perspective, being a medical professional in here is rather depressing. Death is not a stranger to Foundry, as people are mortally injured in the mine and the metalworks. She shrugs. That's life here. My husband, the things he has to deal with have been affecting him over the years, wearing him down slowly. So forgive him if he says something, you know. It happens sometimes. Still, I know one day things will get better. She coughs. We just have to persevere. Can you tell me anything about the mine creatures? Gabriel and I have seen a few of the wounds these creatures caused to a few miners unlucky enough to have been attacked by them, but lucky enough to make it back. She coughs. One of them even spoke of one miner having his arm bitten clean off. Also, Bobby told me that some of the creatures have been seen in the residential area. She coughs. But I don't buy it. I'm sure the Foundry guards keeping a watchful eye and would... I'm sure the Foundry guards are keeping a watchful eye and would never allow such a thing to happen. Yeah, it's missing a word. Can you tell me anything about that derailed man outside? She nods. I know who you're talking about. He's been around for some time now. Most of the day he just stands there, talking about some Tchort deity. Judging from that, he could be a cultist of some sort, but I'm not sure. No one really pays much attention to him. You shouldn't either. Nothing ever became of his, pardon the expression, muck. She coughs. Okay, well that's fun. What's up, Doc? You see a dull-faced man wearing a doctor's coat. Looking at it, you imagine it once used to be fresh and chalk white before age and consistent use combined introduced unwashable impurities. It is as if the coat reflects its owner, for he too invokes a clear image of someone who used to be young and full of spirit, but is now shriveled up as the hardships of life slowly win their personal war, one battle at a time. He looks at you with his tired, lifeless eyes, and addresses you with a monotone voice. Hello, I'm Dr. Stevenson. How may I help you? What can you tell me about Foundry? Do you really want to know what I think of Foundry? Yes. Foundry. People die in this place in such numbers it makes me sick. I often wake up thinking about lost lives, people I could have saved, or dismembered bodies that are brought in my office every day. I wanted to help people, see joyful faces as I tell them that their loved ones are going to make it, that those injuries will heal quickly, or that the pollution will cause them no long-term harm. But no, I just face death, each and every day. So enjoy your stay, traveler, and take care. So how's it going? His barren stare meets yours. People are still dying. So, the usual. Can you tell me anything about the mine creatures? The only thing those things did was just increase the body count. People were dying already in Foundry, and in far greater numbers than is usually revealed. It's just that now even more lives are lost, and in a slightly different fashion. Getting pierced, clawed, torn to pieces, half-eaten, as opposed to getting crushed by minefalls, incinerated, suffocated, and such. Some managed to survive a few of these things, and now have and now have to live as cripples. There we go. That's all I know about the creatures. They kill. Is there something wrong with that crazy man outside? The man suffers from some serious brain damage, most likely caused by polluted air or food. It could also be caused by certain types of head trauma. I don't know. Never had the opportunity to give him an examination. Not important anyway. I have better things to do. Alright, well, there we go. Wait, can I get back here? I'm in here? Is that only up top? So I'm assuming that's their bedroom. The only way to get in there is to get around to the other side. Alright, I never talked to Claude either. Can we get you clean water? Alright, that's... okay. Alright, let's go back to the metalworks area and go west. I don't see anybody. I'm gonna try and steal where I can without aggroing any of the locals. I can sell it. Mostly looking for oddities. That's the main reason why I'm going through all this stuff. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get in there. That commoner standing there. Alright, Evelyn. Go there in a second. Homeless guy. Hugo and Anna. Nicholas. A lot of people to talk to. How do I get down here? Also, let's take these stairs real quick. Oh. Mysterious man. Hello. A slender figure stands in your way. Who goes there? BringItDon. Leave. No one. Leave. Okay. Just let me through. I'm the one who wants to see what's behind the door. Leave. Okay. I wonder what that's all about. What's up, homeless guy? Nice face you have there. It'd be a shame if someone was to eat it. Alright, well I'm gonna go over here. Nice talking. Bums. I mean, at least they have somewhere to live. Alright, don't know if I'm supposed to be down here or not. Okay. I should probably be up top talking to people, but let's see where this goes. I don't know what I'm doing down here. Personal laptop. Flashbang. Just of weapon parts. Looks like it's a pretty well kept area. It's a quick save. We're going to be doing some exploring. Let's see what this personal laptop is. Welcome, Evelyn Ingram. Please enter your password. BringItDon rocks. So yeah, hacking, gain access to the laptop. Access granted. Welcome, Evelyn Ingram. Please select one of the following options. Games. Please select one of the following options. Play UnderRail. It just takes you back to the game. Alright, documents. Diary entry 27.03. Dear Diary, this is so silly. I don't even know why I'm writing this. I suppose with Michael spending all of his free time working on his darn bunker, I too need something to do to pass the time. Better than wasting it with my boring neighbors. Duh. I don't know what to write, so I'll call it a day for now. Evelyn. Entry 3. Dear Diary. Yep, he's down there again. He made me swear I won't tell anyone about it. Who does he think I am? Some blabbermouth? I don't even socialize that much. Duh. So he doesn't have to worry. At all. But I understand him. I mean, you know, he's been worried about this cohort thing. Whatever it's called. He just wants what's best for the two of us. Oh, gotta go. He's back. This diary thing isn't so bad after all, now that I think about it. Evelyn. Alright, next. Ugh, why? Why? Why is he doing this to me? Had another argument with him. I told him that I'm tired of not ever seeing him and that I'm bored to death. If I go down there, I'm disturbing him. Oh, Evelyn, sweetie, this is important. Blah, blah, blah. It's a court. Go to hell, Michael. You're the only one in Foundry who's obsessed with that. It's not going to happen. Please spend some time with me. I simply don't fit in with the rest of the Foundry. The Parkers are boring, the Stevensons are depressing, the Greenwalds... No comment on the Greenwalds. I'm just sad here. Maybe I should have listened to my mother and stayed in Dis. I better go lie down. Evelyn. Dear Diary, it's me again. I've decided to continue writing after his death. It's strange, but this diary thing seems so foreign to me, even though it's been, what, a month and a half? It's all upside down in my head. I read my previous entries and what I wrote about Michael. If someone else was reading it, he or she would have thought I hated that man. But a black hole in my heart says otherwise. I just wanted some attention. He was busy working on this bunker all the time, worried about that stupid Secord. Funny, even now I don't fully understand what it was all about. I simply trusted him and his judgment. The bunker is beautiful, though. Now I spend even more time here than upstairs, especially because the ventilation system keeps the air so clean and fresh. Going back up causes me to cough instantly. I'm still barely talking to people. The whole Foundry was there on funeral day, and I swear, nearly everyone said at one point or the other, if you need anything, Evelyn, we're here for you. Tomorrow, not a single soul in sight. Typical. Well, that's all for now. I better find something to do. Bye. Evelyn. Dear Diary, life has become living hell. Being alone is not working out for me. Go figure. I simply can't make it take it anymore. I'm too young and can't be stuck in this block of concrete for the rest of my life. I need company. I really need someone to hug me again. Michael, I hope you forgive me. I love you. Evelyn. Dear Diary, Jeremy left me today. When I first met him, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. A long, long time. He made me laugh, he made me happy, he made me forget. I thought he was the right one to pull me out, but today he told me we're breaking up. To tell you the truth, he said something about me being a recluse, depressive, or whatever. At some point, I just stopped listening. I had to. I felt betrayed, infuriated. I felt like I was about to explode. And I felt the urge to grab a knife, and so I did. I'm going to lie down now. I feel tired. Evelyn. Dear Diary, it's Evelyn again. Just came to tell you I got another one. Men, they're all the same. Haha. They always fall for a sad, lonely widow that needs a new man in her life. Aw. I told him that what he wanted to hear, and puppeteered him into my bedroom. I got him naked. His eyes were like fires, tied the naive bastard to the bed. And I pulled out a knife and stabbed him. Right through his right eye. Fire extinguished. He wasn't expecting that. Ha ha ha. He was squirming as I pushed the knife through his eye and into his brain, finally ending his miserable life. So much fun. A little messy, but I'll just dump his body with the rest. With all the fuss about the Rockies killing people, no one will suspect me. A poor, lonely widow. Evelyn. P.S. I think his name was Jimmy or something. Dear Diary. Tommy, what a sweet young man. Really handsome. And I do mean handsome. He was just passing through Foundry like most of them. Oh, we had so much fun today. Well, at least I had. He was the one screaming most of the time. That is, while he still had his lower jaw attached. Duh. I still remember the terrified look in his eyes when I showed him my trusty meat cleaver. Then I started cutting. Slash, slash. Just like Messer butchers his pigs. There we go. Made a terrible mess though, as I got carried away a bit. Whoopsie. There was blood and body parts all over the place, and the stench was strong. Oh well, it's all clean now and ready for my next toy. Haha. I should take some rest. Killing men is pretty darn tiring. Ha ha ha. Until next time, dear diary. Evelyn. Oh wait. Download the flash drive? Okay. So it looks like I have proof that she's crazy. So we saw Evelyn up top. Maybe I should have talked to her first before I came down here to... Alright. Interesting. Flashbang, a lot of ventilation shafts. Train driver manual. Grab that. No power. Oh, there we go. Hack it. Root command prompt engage. Attempt to gain level 1 access. Hacking successful. Access upgrade to level 1. Security. Security auto turret. I'm gonna keep them off, so I don't know if they're gonna go after me or not. So there's like a lot of different traps in here. I don't know. Yeah, this just takes me to that ventilation shaft. So I wonder if she's going to come down here and catch me in the act or something. Or not. Keycard required. Another refrigerator over here? That's what it looks like. I'm not worried about it. I'm carrying too much stuff as it is. Really don't need that. You know what I really don't need? I don't need this TNT. There we go. Oh. Jaw part. It's a piece of a jaw lined with teeth. It looks human. 3 points of experience. I will take it. It's too steep to climb up. Where's that come down from? So it looks like there's also a way out through here that requires a key card. I think I checked, except for this refrigerator over here. Is it saying there's 2 different refrigerators? Where's this one go? Oh, it's that one. Okay, well this is a fun trip down Nightmare Lane. Or that's the other refrigerator. It's not. Alright, whatever. Let's get out of here. Go up top. We'll do some chit-chatting. Well, I do want to confront Evelyn. Well, this will be the first thing that I do. You look well fed. Good. Yeah, good. Alright, well let's I guess we'll go talk to Evelyn. What's up, Evelyn? Alright, the young attractive woman seems to be the only person present in this quiet home. Even at first sight, it's clear that this woman shines as bright as a diamond in a bucket of coal when compared to other women you've seen in Foundry so far. Her beautifully elongated face and her slim yet curvy figure form a striking image, which is sadly smudged by one tiny imperfection. A mild swelling and blackness around her tired green eyes. She is the first one to speak. Good day. May I help you somehow? Hello, I'm BringItDon. I came here to talk to you, if you don't mind. She smiles. Well, since you're so polite, I suppose I'll have to indulge you. My name is Evelyn Ingram, BringItDon. What would you like to talk to me about? Who are you, and what do you do around here? I don't think it would be very smart of me to discuss personal information with strangers, but you seem like an honest guy, different than the ones I'm usually surrounded with. I don't know what to say about myself. Well, I was the wife of the former Foundry Guard Chief, Michael Ingram. You might have heard of him. Sadly, he died some time ago from a heart attack, leaving me all alone. I'm very sorry to hear that. I was really shocked when he died. All was well until one day he suddenly fell, dying before he hit the floor. Dr. Stevenson told me that it was a heart attack. Apparently he'd been overworked and overstressed, and slept too little. Not to mention the quality of living conditions here. In the end, all that got to him, leaving me to cope with loneliness. Losing a man I loved like that left a hole in my heart. I don't think I'll ever be able to fill again. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's time for me to move on. I am young and still have so much to live for. She sighs. It's complicated. Maybe that's enough about that subject. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to pick this first option because I know that she's a murderer. What can you tell me about Foundry? About Foundry? Foundry is well known throughout UnderRail for its rich mine, and because we're the largest exporter of iron in the region. That allows us to afford a strong defense, which we need if we are to defend ourselves from raiders. Unfortunately, Foundry is also the most polluted station in the region, and life expectancy isn't the best either. To tell you the truth, I don't care much about this place. I'd leave it if I could. Do you know anything about creatures from the mine? Not much. I've only heard people say those things look like they're made out of rocks or something. That's all I know. Luckily, I never had a chance to meet one in person and learn whether that description is true. And I hope I never meet one. You know, I'm sure the Foundry Guard situation will be resolved quickly, and the mine will be operational again. Are you bothered by those people from the slums? I mean, you live right next to them. They rarely even come out, and when they do, they don't bother me at all. Now, Messer, on the other hand, our local butcher, is having some difficulties with those people, as far as he tells me. I think he can figure out why a bunch of underfed bums would bother a butcher who's got a pen full of pigs in the back. And he is such a lovely man, Messer, and probably the only person I like talking to around here. You seem pretty nice too. She smiles. Well, I need to get going. Yeah, I'm not interested in talking to her. It wasn't... Oh yeah, you can talk to the guy at SGS about this, and I never got around to it. When I was at SGS and I was trying to sell stuff to him, the option to bring up the dude was there. I'm never gonna succeed, never gonna finish this quest. The fisherman quest, not looking forward to that. Okay. Let's go down here and talk to Nicholas because he was in here by himself. I thought that they said that the chief of the station was in the northwest corner, which would be up here. Alright, Nicholas, what's up? An obviously drunk man staggers about the room. He picks up one of the bottles on the table and begins drinking from it, only to realize it is completely empty. His face deforms in utter disgust as he returns the bottle and steps away from the table. That is when he spots you. Who are you, and what are you doing in my house? Huh? You... did you knock? Hick. Yes. Well, dang. I heard nothing. I'm so sorry. Hick. But where are my manners? Would you like a drink? No thank you. You don't want any? Well, that's a shame, and a bit odd if you ask me. He does not want a free drink. Hee hee. Silly. More for me, though. He pours himself another drink after finally finding a bottle with some liquor in it. I'm Nicholas, by the way. Nice to meet you. You. You heard wrong. I said... So, what can I do for you? Hick. Why are you drinking all alone? It's none of your business. You odd person that refuses free drinks. Demon. Hick. Why did I tell you... Why would I tell anything to you? Well, I have a relative who sat home and drowned his problems with booze. He was found dead in a pool of his own vomit. So if there's something you want to talk about... I don't want to vomit in my die in my vomit? Listen, I'm having some personal issues. He takes another gulp of the booze. It's my wife, Olivia. After 20 years of being happily married, it's like someone spilled molten metal all over our marriage. We At first we began arguing more and more, and later it got worse and worse. Now we argue over everything. Hick. It's unbearable now. We fight all the time, and she throws stuff at me. And I punched that stupid woman once so hard she fell on the floor. Yeah. Ugh. That sounds horrible. It is. It's very bad. I hate that woman so much now. I don't even really know why it all started happening. Hick. What did you say your name was again? It's BringItDon. So there you go, Hick. I feel nothing but pure hate for that muck woman. He seems lost in thought, but after a couple of moments he starts talking again. It is unbearable. So much I even plan on killing her. As soon as he utters those words, his eyes instantly become clear and focused, as if he has sobered up in an instant. Tiny drops of sweat start rolling down his face, slowly growing larger and larger. So I can help him kill his wife, or... let's see. Kill her. Yeah, why didn't you say so right away? I can take care of it for you. For a price, of course. Yeah, kill her. You drunken oaf. Are you derailed? This conversation is over, Hick. I'm very tired. Out. He points to the door. Out, I said. Wonder what happens with that quest. Hugo? Can you see we're in the middle of something? Please, I'm in the middle of a conversation. Okay. Is there anyone else here to talk to? I couldn't get into this one because there's a commoner standing there. Do I need to click on anything? Did I go into this building? Can I go into this building? According to that, no, I cannot go in there. Because then I'd get in trouble. I really just want to find the chief. So I feel like I have a few quests to take care of now. And he might have more work for me regarding the creatures. Hey, Dan. Smart Foundry plans. Study those 6 times now. It's an interesting way to get around. Alright, what's up, Dan? You see a man leaning on a rusty fence. Judging by his appearance, he seems to be one of the Foundry guards. But unlike the others, his watchful eyes seem more concerned with evaluating passing women than with trying to catch signs of unlawful behavior. He straightens up upon seeing you approach him, coming up just taller than average. Picks up his rifle, which was also placed against the fence, and offers a friendly, informal greeting. Hey man, how's it going? You seem pretty laid back in comparison to the other guards. He chuckles. You got me there. It might surprise you, but being a guard in Foundry is a very, very boring job. You gotta stand around all day, breathe this darn polluted air, and worst of all, you have to be nice to people. It sucks. I just want to shoot things. It's that simple. The outer perimeter patrols at least get to fight something, but in here, absolutely nothing interesting happens. What about all those creatures that attacked the miners? Ah, yes. I was so happy about the whole affair, because I thought I was finally going to shoot some stuff. You see? But no. There's this large beast that's impervious to bullets and other stuff. The mayor told our chief to order everyone not to engage the creatures any longer and retreat back. We have to think about it, discuss it, blah blah. Yeah, I've heard a few things about that beast. Can you tell me more about it? He looks around and leans closer. You see, we're not allowed to talk about all this stuff publicly, but since I don't really care about the rules, and because I'm freaking bored as hell, here goes. You see, everybody's heard of the smaller creatures, the ones that look kind of like spiky rocks with 4 legs and an ugly snout. Well, those things got a bigger, badder brother that's so heavily armored it makes our guns feel like toys. The darn thing is completely impervious to bullets. Now everyone and their mother is wetting their pants. Now higher-ups are taking their sweet time in discussing what to do next. Hoppers. Back in my day, my pals and me would take on anything. Men, beast, or both. We had the freaking guts. You know, don't think. Just jump in the fight. But these guys in Foundry. Hoppers. Hoppers, I tell you. You mentioned some pals of yours. Yeah, well, back in the day, I used to be part of some bandit gang from Core City. Hey, life was tough. A man's gotta make a living somehow. If that includes relieving people of excess Sharons, then well. Anyway, we're all very young and fearless. We had the guts to fight anything and anyone. Unfortunately, many of us got killed because we had more guts than brains. But I miss that mentality. It was fun. Well, you seem to have done better than the others. Yeah, but if it wasn't for my best friend, I'd probably be decomposing in some ditch by now. Him and I, we used to be so close. Like, eyeballs. Bad comparison, sorry. The point is, we were very close, and we got into so much trouble together. Thankfully, we always pulled through. Who is this man? Gorski was his name. No way! He was this big, strong bastard. Tough as hell. You know, no sense kind of guy, who'd punch you in the face and break every bone in it if you even looked at him the wrong way. He makes a brief pause. Darn, it's been like 13 years or so since I last saw him. I heard somewhere that he later went to South. Yeah, Southgate Station. Southgate Station. I miss the bastard. This place is so darn boring. You heard right. He did move to SGS. I too came from there and have had the pleasure of meeting the man. Well, I'll be darned. He laughs. This is incredible. How's my old pal holding up? From what you told me, I'd say he hasn't changed one bit. He laughs. I'm so glad that man hasn't changed. He used to be a beast. You know what? When you see him again, tell him Dan Forte said hi. He'll recognize the name right away, unless his memory went to hell after all these years. But nah, even if it did, he wouldn't forget his old pal. Can you tell me something about Foundry? Look, friend, you better ask someone else to be your tour guide. My job is far too boring to further bore myself by answering boring questions. As you can probably see, I'm bored. Can you tell me an interesting story about you and Gorski? Why not? It's not like I'm busy. He laughs. Okay, listen up. This one's from more than 10 years ago. He chuckles. The good old days. As I already mentioned, Gorski and I used to be part of the same gang. Life was decent with those guys. We had the skills, had the courage, and because of that, we had a bit of money in our pockets. So one day we were on the prowl in the vicinity of Core City, when we ran into a rival gang's patrol, the Black Crawlers. They used to be the biggest, baddest gang in Core City. Even that little patrol seemed like an army in comparison to the few of us. First shots were instantly fired, and the very first one ended up blowing our point man's brain to smithereens. Poor guy. All of us got behind cover, exchanged fire with them for a while, and soon, only Gorski and I remained breathing from our group. Bullets were flying all over the place. Grenades exploded around us. It was pure chaos. A dozen of those darn crawlers were still alive. They were slowly approaching our position. They started to surround us, and to make things worse, we were running low on ammo. That's when Gorski got mad. Oh, you should have seen that angry face. He laughs. He took his last grenade, threw it in their general direction, and then charged them. They couldn't believe what they were witnessing. He had this maniacal grin that would scare a lurker into becoming a fungivore, and started mowing down our enemies. Of course, I just couldn't let him have all the darn fun. I stormed them too, and together we started annihilating everything that moved. I screamed from the top of my lungs while emptying my magazine into those poor fools. Just brat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a. Anyway, soon enough Gorski was out of ammo, but that didn't stop him from killing people. He punched them, stabbed them, and yelled at them until he found one measly guy behind cover, whose teeth he smashed with the butt of his now empty gun, and then slit his throat with a knife. That guy ended up being the only son of the crawler's leader, and his death would later cause us a lot of trouble. But that's a whole different story. All in all, soon after I fired my last shot, I heard the last crawler release his dying groan. After a moment, once we realized that it was indeed all over, Gorski approached me, still breathing heavily, all covered in blood. Then he said, I remember it clearly, he said, we need to bring more bloody bullets next time. You barely make out the last part of the sentence due to him bursting out in laughter. Oh man, it was all so crazy. To this day I have no idea how we survived against such slim odds. Well, just the two of us at least. Yeah, that's amazing. You had to be there, man. You had to be there to fully experience the carnage. He laughs. Those were the days. Again, tell Gorski I said hi the next time you see him. Alright, gotta move. See ya. Alright, we're gonna call the episode here, and in the next one we will, continue our way around Foundry. Still not sure where the leaders are at. I guess they could be in there. Or maybe down there. It's another way down. A lot of stuff to explore in this area. This is probably Messer's place. I'm curious what's over here. How do I get in there? Oh, right there. Oh, that's okay. That's probably where they're stationed at. I missed that door. Alright, well, regardless, I'm going to call it here. We're a little over time. And again, in the next episode, we'll finish exploring Foundry. Maybe see what's going on with the chief and the creatures. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.